So I'm rewatching the video that I had, and I still have some additional thoughts on that episode. So the bucket job was the episode I was talking about, and it was very late when I was making that video, and I still had plenty of spoilers to share for it and plenty of thoughts to add into it. But I was tired, and I wanted to wrap it up because it was like 13 minutes long at that point in time. So, again, spoilers, don't watch this before you watch the bucket job, watch it after. And it's a continuation of the previous thing that I was saying. So once Geordi figures out that where Leverage is, Geordi actually hunts them down, and they have a nice little repertoire back and forth, and then he goes to save Elliot, basically. And you find out that he was a really good spy. He was excellent. But in between all of this, what ends up happening is Elliot starts to become tortured. And one of the things that Bly says that starts bothering him is about his father. Now, in the past, we had that one episode, it was called a Superstore job or something like that. I don't remember if I had you watch it or not. But we don't really get a lot of Elliot backstory that's not female related. But in this instance, we do. So there's this lovely conversation once Blanche rescues Elliot, after Elliot has the cool little scene that you'll see for Wolverine, that they're having a conversation about his relationship with his dad. And it's a nice story to go ahead and figure out more layers for Elliot. It's been all these fucking years. We should have some layers for Elliot by now. So then ultimately, they have to con RIZ with everything. And it's nice misdirection that they have going on there. It's nice watching, there's a little scene where Noah Wyle uses a taser and he's like, defense, I like it. Usually he's running away because he's a lawyer and he's whatever. So, it's just cute little scenes that they have leading up to it. By the way, earlier I was mentioning that Noah Wyle is dressed as someone who's dressed is Robert Wagner. That's who I was thinking of. That's who they were channeling, Robert Wagner, back in the day with that kind of vibe. But I couldn't think of a stupid name. I could see him in my head from that John Candy movie where Delirious, I think it was, where he was Robert Wagner and then whatever. I'm sure you saw that movie because it's a great movie. Is that the movie? Yeah, it's a movie where he gets hit on the head and he has a dream that he's in a TV show that he writes or something. I hope it's the same one. And now I'm rambling too. So as the episode comes to an end, they finally wrap up the storyline with Geordi. And the only thing that I didn't really like about it is bruh, you still have stage 4 cancer. You're not doing shit about it? What's going on? But I guess he wanted to go on his own terms or something like that. In my head and in my heart, I do not like the concept of LeVar Burton, being ill somewhere. I don't like it at all, because that can't happen in real life. Please don't. And then at the very end of it, you find out ultimately that it was Hardison that had sent everybody to it. I like this little nod. I actually really love in this whole show how they still did various things to keep Hardison involved, even if it was we don't actually hear from him. We see text messages, we hear Parker talking to him, stuff like that. I like that because I loved Hardison so much and he's such a core part of the show. Brianna is great, but she's not Hardison. And then at the very end, you see a scene with Elliot leading on to his father stuff. So it's just, the whole episode, like I said, is my favorite from this entire thing. Because there's so many love letters, there's character development, there's so much good stuff in it that I just enjoy as a fan of all the shows and as a fan of this show. There's just every time I watch it, I feel I'm finding something new and different. And I'm Dean Devlin, I see you, friend. I see you. That's why I watch all the shit that you put out. So anyway, hope you like it. Bye.